The streets of Boston glittered under December lights, each bulb shimmering like a tiny promise that Christmas would fix what the year had broken. Snow dusted the sidewalks, drifting softly against storefront windows where families laughed, shopped, and sipped steaming cocoa. But for Emily Carter, the evening felt heavier than the winter air, and the glow of the city only sharpened the cold inside her chest. Emily tugged her scarf tighter and checked her phone for what must have been the 15th time. The text from her best friend Molly was still sitting unopened, though she had already memorized every word. "You're going. No excuses. You deserve someone good. And this guy, totally your type, a blind date?" On Christmas Eve, at a crowded restaurant where couples whispered across tables and clinked glasses under golden chandeliers, it wasn't that Emily hated dating, she just hated starting over again. She pushed open the door of the Willow and Pine Bistro, brushed the snow from her coat, and stepped inside. Warmth wrapped around her instantly. The place smelled of cinnamon, pine, and baked bread. A Christmas tree sparkled in the corner, and soft instrumental music floated through the room. It should have been comforting. It wasn't. She scanned the tables until she spotted him. Mark. Suit jacket, slick hair, glasses he kept adjusting every few seconds. He looked exactly like the picture Molly had shown her, except in the photo he had seemed friendlier. Emily approached the table with a small smile. "Hi, Mark." He looked up, gave her a quick glance, and his eyebrows lifted with a flicker of disappointment that he didn't bother to hide. "Oh," he said. "You're Emily." "Yes," she replied. She forced a polite smile. "Nice to meet you." "Right," he muttered. She sat down, trying to steady her nerves. First dates were awkward. She knew that, but this felt different. He wasn't shy, he wasn't nervous, he seemed irritated. A server came by with menus. Mark didn't thank her, he didn't even look at her. Emily took a deep breath. "It's fine," she told herself, "just give it a few minutes." So she began gently. "How's your holiday?" "I'm just going to be honest." Mark cut in. He set down his menu and adjusted his glasses again. "You're not really what I was expecting." The words hit her like a slap. She blinked. "I'm sorry. The photos your friend sent. I don't know. You look different, and I kind of had a certain type in mind." Emily felt the heat rush to her cheeks. "Oh, well, that's okay. I wasn't expecting. It's nothing personal," he added quickly, though it clearly was. "I just think we should call this off. No point wasting time." Her throat tightened. The restaurant noise blurred into a dull hum. Couples laughed. Ice clinked. People toasted. And here she was being dismissed, like a return item at a checkout counter. She opened her mouth to respond, but no words came. Shame swelled in her chest. She looked at the table, fighting to keep her face neutral. Mark stood up and buttoned his jacket. "Good luck out there," he said, and walked out. Just like that, Emily sat there alone, the empty seat across from her glowing with embarrassment. She swallowed hard, blinking back tears she refused to let fall. It was Christmas, and somehow this hurt more because of it. She considered leaving. She even reached for her coat, but something inside her, a quiet stubbornness she'd carried all her life, told her to stay. So she took a long, shaky breath and whispered to herself, "I'm okay. I'm okay." The server approached, concern flickering across her face. "Would you like a few minutes, or perhaps a hot cocoa? It's on the house." Emily exhaled, touched by the kindness. "Cocoa sounds perfect, thank you." She stared at the empty chair, trying to steady her heartbeat. The humiliation wasn't what hurt most. It was the fact that rejection had become such a familiar visitor in her life. Every time she tried to step forward, it felt like life tugged her 2 steps back. Just then, a tiny voice behind her said, "Mommy, look, that lady looks sad." Emily turned. A little girl, maybe 6 years old, stood holding her mother's hand. She wore pink mittens, red boots, and a Christmas dress with tiny snowflakes on it. Her curly brown hair bounced as she stepped closer. She looked up at her mom, then stepped right up to Emily's table with wide, curious eyes. "Hi," the little girl said softly. "Why are you sitting alone? Did something bad happen?" Emily hesitated. Kids had a way of going straight to the heart of things. She offered a small smile. I'm okay, sweetheart. Just, my plans changed. The little girl looked at her mom again. Then she tugged her sleeve urgently. Mommy, can we sit with her? Please, please. Her mother, a woman with warm eyes and an apologetic expression, leaned down. Lily, honey, she might want her privacy. But Lily shook her head vigorously. She's sad. Nobody should be sad at Christmas. The mother sighed, then looked at Emily. If she's bothering you, I'm so sorry. No, Emily said instantly. She's not bothering me at all. Lily broke into a grin. Then can we join you? Emily blinked. The question was so innocent, so earnest, that her heart cracked open. She nodded. Yes, I'd like that. Lily squealed with joy and climbed into the chair Mark had abandoned. Her mother sat down across from her. I'm Amanda, she said warmly, and this little tornado is Lily. I'm Emily. Within seconds, the heaviness that had swallowed Emily's heart began to lift. Lily chattered about gingerbread houses and school plays, her words tumbling out in chaotic excitement. Amanda shared stories about trying to finish holiday shopping while managing a hyperactive 6-year-old. Laughter filled the table, real, warm laughter, and Emily found herself smiling without effort. The server returned with cocoa for all three of them, her smile deepening when she saw Emily no longer sitting alone. As they drank, Lily asked, Emily, are you married? Emily nearly choked on her cocoa. Oh, no, not married. Why not? Amanda groaned. Lily? Emily laughed. It just hasn't happened yet, but you're pretty. Lily said simply, as if stating an undeniable fact, and you're nice, and your eyes look like the sky when it's about to snow. Emily felt her chest tighten, not with hurt this time, but with something tender and unexpected. Thank you, sweetheart. That's very kind. Lily nodded firmly. My daddy used to say that to my mommy before he went to heaven. He said mommy's eyes looked like winter stars. Amanda's smile faltered just for a second. Her hand instinctively squeezed Lily's. Emily's heart tightened with sympathy. I'm sorry, she said softly to Amanda. It's okay. Amanda replied. It was 3 years ago, and Lily's the reason I learned how to breathe again. Lily swung her legs under the table, and Mommy's the reason I'm not scared of the dark anymore. I used to think the dark was empty. Mommy said the dark just means the light is resting. Emily felt something warm bloom in her chest. There was so much love between them. Strong, gentle, healing love. A love that made the world feel a little safer. They talked for over an hour. Snow thickened outside. Children laughed near the Christmas tree, and the restaurant's glow felt like a cocoon around them. At one point, Amanda excused herself to take a phone call, leaving Emily and Lily at the table. Lily leaned close and whispered conspiratorially, Emily, yes, I think you'd be a really good mommy someday. Emily's breath caught. No one had ever said that to her. She felt tears prick the corners of her eyes, and this time she didn't try to hide them. You think so? She whispered. I know so. Lily said, tapping her chest. Here, my heart never lies. Emily wiped her eyes gently. Thank you, Lily. That means more than you know. Amanda returned with a smile that looked relieved. Everything okay here? Yep, Lily chirped. Me and Emily were talking about hearts. Amanda laughed. I'm sure you were. Hours passed, though none of them noticed. They ordered dinner together, shared desserts, and laughed more than Emily had laughed all year. Amanda told stories about raising Lily alone, working long hours as a nurse, and still finding time to build a life filled with warmth and hope. Emily shared pieces of her own story, losing her parents young, trying to navigate life and love, and building a career while feeling like something was always missing. By the time they finished eating, the snow outside had turned into a soft white blanket across the city. The restaurant began to quiet as the night wound down. I can't thank you both enough, Emily said gently. You turned what was going to be a really hard night into something beautiful. We should thank you, Amanda replied. You gave Lily one of the best nights she's had in a long time. Lily bounced in her chair. Can we see her again, Mommy? Please, please. Amanda smiled shyly. Only if Emily wants to. Emily felt her heart swell. "I'd love to." They exchanged numbers. Amanda helped Lily into her little coat and mittens. Before leaving, Lily tugged Emily's scarf. "Emily, yes, sweetheart. I think the reason your date ran away is because he didn't have enough heart to see you. Mommy says the right people always see you." Emily knelt down, her eyes misty again. "Your mommy is very wise." "She is," Lily said proudly. Then she threw her little arms around Emily's neck and hugged her tightly. Emily hugged back, feeling something inside her settle, like a storm quieting. As Amanda and Lily walked toward the door, snow swirling around them, Amanda turned back. "Emily," she said, "for what it's worth, tonight felt special, and I'd really like to see you again too." Emily's breath hitched. Amanda gave her a soft smile, warm, nervous, hopeful, before stepping out into the glowing snowy night. Emily stood there long after they were gone, letting the simple truth wash over her. She had come here expecting rejection. Instead, she found connection, unexpected, unplanned, and maybe the beginning of something that would change her life. She paid her bill, wrapped her scarf, and walked outside. The snow fell in gentle whispers, blanketing the world in white. For the first time in a long time, Emily felt the kind of peace that made her believe that Christmas wasn't about perfection. It was about unexpected grace, and sometimes it arrived in the form of a little girl asking, "Can we join you?" Emily walked toward the glowing streets with a soft smile.